Right dead ahead in the center, you can see water tower painted with the telltale burgundy crimson, I should say, A of Alabama. Bryant-Denny Stadium is the fourth largest stadium in the SEC conference, and it's the 8th biggest in the United States and 10th in the world as of this filming. It's in front of the stadium, impressive as you'd expect. Interesting little statue out front of the stadium. It says the players' numbers are 1892 to represent when the football program started. Gates 1A and B. We have a plaque denoting the first black players who broke the color barrier, Wilbur Jackson and John Mitchell. There's a ramp going up to the upper level seating. As you can see, that's quite the hike. If you're a big enough fan, you'll do it though. Beneath this walkway shows all the national champion teams and the roster, all the players, coaches. And as you can see, that's quite a few championships, I must say. Bear Bryant. There's a statue of Nick Saban, all the years he won championships. 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 17, and 20. There's space for at least a couple more, so high expectations here. This is Gene Stallings. I forgot that he actually won a championship in 1992. Looks a little more stoic. He was the man known as the Bear, Paul Bryant. Paul W. Bryant. Championships 1961, 64, 65, 73, 78, and 79. It's a remarkable likeness of Coach Bryant. Went down to the houndstooth hat that he was known to wear. He's sporting a pretty good pair of shoes too. And here's Coach Frank Thomas. Not the Frank Thomas I think of, which is a Chicago White Sox player, but baseball player. He won championships in 1934, 1941. And here's Coach Wallace Wade, who won championships in 1925, 1926, and 1930. And the street right beside the stadium is named for him. So, interestingly, long, rich history of football success at the University of Alabama. And as you can see, it's still a big draw for onlookers like myself. The original Denny Stadium was built in 1929 and was named for George Denny, who had been the school's president from 1912 to 1932. Bear Bryant was added to it. It became Bryant-Denny Stadium in 1975. So Coach Bryant actually coached in the stadium that was named in his honor, very rare feat. The capacity is 100,077 people, but they've actually exceeded that. The record attendance is 101,800 and some folks, so that's a lot of people. Basically fit the entire city of Tuscaloosa into the stadium, almost to a person. If you're like me, you wonder why an elephant is associated with the University of Alabama, because it's just called the Crimson Tide, not anything to do with elephants. But it was back to 1930 when we found out Wallace Wade had a great team. They played Ole Miss and they started their second string for the first quarter. Then in the second quarter, they put in the varsity first team in, and a fan screamed, "Hold your horses, make way for the elephants." So they were talking about the size of that team just being massive. And that name stuck. They called them the Red Elephants in the newspaper the rest of that year, and then just kind of stuck as part of the mascot lore of the University of Alabama. I like that story. So an interesting fact about the statue, it's 19 feet tall. The statue itself, it's on a 6-foot platform, and it weighs about 7 tons. And it originally was built in 2000 for a yacht club, and it's only been here since 2021. built by a man who was educated in Uganda and England. And he did some fine work. There's a newscaster. She was dressed to the nines except for the tennis shoes. The art of illusion. Uh-oh. I am a hypocrite.